Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to a kitchen organization video. I should call this extreme kitchen organization because many of you know I am obsessed with home organization, especially kitchens. And there's so many really cool kitchen organizers on Amazon that I've wanted for so long that I finally ordered. I have a couple here. I have some arriving today. So we're going to get this kitchen as pristine and perfectly organized as we possibly can. I do have some systems I like that just need to be refreshed, some that haven't worked great that need to be redone. I want to pull stuff out, wipe it down, put it back in all perfect, and show you tons of different setups and layouts and products and just all that good stuff. So I hope that you guys enjoy this. Please like and subscribe if you do. I would appreciate it so much. And let's get started. So I have seen for the last several months people share an organizer from Amazon that is for plastic bags, like the sandwich size, the snack bags, the quart, all of that. But this one also has slots for aluminum foil and then for plastic wrap. And I thought having all of it in one would look really nice. The only thing I want to mention is the writing isn't super consistent throughout all of these. Like sandwich is a little faded. I don't really care, but just in case somebody else does, I wanted to mention it. And then this is for the drawers. And then later today, we have an organizer coming for the Nespresso pods. I know that's extra, but it's gonna look real cute. And also for spices, I always said I wouldn't put spices in those like perfect consistent organizers, but I found ones with a pink lid. So we'll get to those later too. For these befores, I'm just gonna go around and open a bunch of drawers so you guys can see what we're starting with. I have a few different style organizers in this kitchen. I have all wood in this drawer, all white in the last one, as you saw. Here we have a bunch of knives that should be in organizers. We had to leave it at our last house. We did not have enough room for everything. So I've been meaning to get one. This is Forrest's little drawer with all of his things. I of course need a better situation here. One organizer is not enough for everything that's in there. And then I do need to find something just to put like smaller items in. So a lot of these cabinets are okay in some areas and not great in others. And that is just a little look at the kitchen. I'll show you everything else, all the other drawers and cabinets as we work through it. So we just washed the new knife organizer, and while I was washing it, I realized it's expandable. I didn't even know that, so that's great. I'm going to let it air dry for a little bit before we deal with that drawer, and we're just going to start going through things one by one, pulling everything out. I'll wipe things down as necessary. I'm going to vacuum out all of the drawers, and then one by one, we will reorganize, perfect, and try new systems where we need to. So I'm going to wipe out this bag organizer real quick. It's made of wood, so I didn't want to wash this at the sink, just wanted to sanitize it a little bit, and I'm so excited to start filling this and just really get this whole project started. Now, my first lesson for you guys is to measure for your organizers whenever you have the chance. That bag organizer was going to go right by the kitchen sink where I've been storing sandwich bags ever since we moved in, but it doesn't fit. It's about 2 inches too long, and this is the only other option. I have all the same size drawers, one smaller and then this really long one. So this is the only drawer that bag organizer is going to fit in, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. And this was our junk drawer. As you can tell, obviously, by tons and tons of junk. This really just shows you that I needed to film this video. So one by one, I need to go through all of this, consolidate, get rid of some things, and just make it work. Half is going to be the bag organizer, and then half is going to be storage for other things. and just look at all of that stuff. So we have a little star on that drawer. Just since there's so many small things and I keep the momentum going, I'm going to come back and finish that drawer later, and we're going to move on to the island, and I'm going to work on these first two drawers at the same time. The very last one is our silverware, so this is essentially everything else. One, I'm going to do a baking drawer or just things we don't use as often. The other will be all of our knives and items we reach for on a daily basis. Look at this organizer, the white one. I love it. I'm going to do also a drawer with all the white organizers and then a drawer with the wood organizers. That way it all looks nice and seamless. And look at that knife organizer quickly filling up. It's a good thing it has that expandable pocket. I'm going to use that for overflow. And I'm also going to show you guys so many different style organizers. So this video will give you some good ideas for you to figure out what you would like your space to look like. The all white, the wood, the acrylic. One thing I do try and do though is just keep each area consistent as far as the organizers I'm using. I think it looks a lot better that way. And everything I'm using is either from Amazon, from Target, or from Walmart. And again, I will do my best to link all of it below. As far as things I cannot link and other stores you can visit, Home Goods almost always has some really nice home organization products in a variety of styles. And also your local dollar stores are a great place to check if you would like some on a budget, either Dollar Tree or Dollar General. You can find some acrylic and white. It's kind of hit or miss depending on if they are in stock there. Just, if they're there, everybody wants them and grabs some, but you might get lucky and find some in stock. I'm almost done with these two drawers, and then we're going to move on to the silverware drawer. And I also wanted to mention the dollar spot at Target, and then at Walmart. Some Walmart stores also have a dollar section, and I almost always see organizers in those two areas, so had to mention that. I like to hit a variety of options for you guys, just depending on where you live and how you like to shop. And all of these organizers are part of that home edit collection from Walmart. I like having these in the individual organizers just because I'm the kind of person that likes to move things around, and I like to try new layouts all the time, so this gives me total freedom to do that. Again, with each drawer, I'm taking everything out, vacuuming it, and I'm going to wipe out and wipe down any organizers as necessary. And in this drawer, we're actually going to do a combination. I know I talk about a bunch of new stuff in my videos, but sometimes you just need to work with what you have. So that's exactly what we are doing here. And there's also just a lot going on in this space. Instead of having all the straws in one, I want to just separate them out since we have so many. That way it makes it a lot easier to find what I'm actually looking for. I feel like when you are organizing a kitchen, there's just like so many different rules and methods and things you should follow. Of course, you want it to look cute, but it also needs to be as practical as possible to actually be worth your time. So now we're going to move on to countertop appliances. They're heavy, they're bulky, they can be hard to store. Guys, I would not do like the largest to smallest. I would do what you use the most in front, what you don't reach for in the back or in the harder to reach areas. So air fryer, I know regardless of where I put it, if it's in the island or if it's in the white one, it's gonna be in the front because we are reaching for that all the time. We have an ice cream maker, some other things, we don't use that often. Doesn't matter where it is, as long as it fits, it's out of the way, and anything I need in a pinch is easily accessible. And hopefully you caught that, but we have a tray for our air fryer we never use. So instead of having to put another organizer down here, I'm going to use that tray for all of the little pieces and parts for our juicer. Onto the final cabinet in the island. Those cutting boards I'm going to move in just a second. I found an even better place for them, and I'm going to show you guys some acrylic bins. So these are Amazon. I just washed them, I dried them, they are good to go. And the first one's going to hold a bunch of odds and ends that's going to go in the back of this cabinet. Things that are nice to have, but I don't reach for it too much. I reach for those cutting boards way more, so those are going to be up front. And now we're going to move on to 40 Boys cabinet. So many things in here and a lot of small things, so let's pull it all out, vacuum it out, and then I'm going to show you how this is going to look 10 times better in just a couple seconds. Whenever you start working with new organizers, shut the drawer, shut the cabinet right after you put them in, just so you know they definitely fit and you're not going to have to pull apart anything you just did. So I got really lucky. Those two acrylic bins fit literally perfectly front to back in this drawer. Very satisfying. I love when that happens. I have all of these smaller items in the Lazy Susan, the straws, the lids, the medicine dispensers. I have his plates in the front one. I have the bowls in the back, and then snack containers are in that smaller one in the middle, and all of his drink cups are going to go on the right. I'm just going to line those up and it will be good to go in this drawer. Those books are going to stay there, so we're moving on to this bottom drawer. And I normally mention this a lot earlier, but as you can probably tell, I'm just going to whip through all of this organizing, and then I will do a walkthrough at the end a lot slower so you can actually see how everything turned out. I just want to keep the progress continuing. So all of the lids are going to go in this little organizer laying down. We're going to move on to some pots and pan storage, and I'll show you two different options on how to do this.
So those first skillets and sheet pans were on a smaller riser that's vertical. All of these, as you can see, are on their side. It's just different options depending on the size of your items and also the space that you're working with. And just because somebody is going to ask, all of those were caraway. I think I still have an active code on my Instagram in the highlights. If you're interested, I definitely love those. The cutting boards I mentioned I was going to move. This is where they're going to go. So there is a higher shelf in here I'm going to flip up, and I'm so happy I finally did this because these cutting boards and these, I guess I should call it a butcher block, they're heavy, they're awkward, and storing them on their side is so much easier. And we are working back the way we started, so now we're at the kitchen sink. I have to say I love this area so much. It just needs a little refreshing, straightening up, and I'm going to try a couple different things, but the layout is going to stay. I measured for this. I love how it looks. I feel like it's pretty versatile, aside from the fact that it's hard to fit some full-size bottles. Other than that, it's great. Just need to put those towels away and have my sponges all organized. And a random fact, I posted a reel of filling up this area and it got an insane amount of views. I think it was like 25 million or something crazy like that. Obviously way more than I normally get, so a lot of you guys seem to like it too. These are the spice organizers or the spice containers, spice bottles that I ordered, and I feel like the vast majority of what you see online is the clear with a gold lid, so I wanted to try something a little bit different. These are the labels I'm going to use. It also came with it, but they have like 3 different style labels, a black background, a tan background, and then this guy is for my Nespressos, and this one literally fit the drawer perfectly. I am so happy about that. And those Nespresso pods are loaded up. How pretty did those look, by the way? So now we're just going to flip-flop these 2 upper cabinets. One is primarily coffee cups and tumblers. The other one is water glasses, wine glasses, those kind of things. And we just had family staying with us, and literally everybody kept opening this cabinet thinking it was coffee cups, since our coffee machine is right below it. So I wanted to switch those. First though, I'm just wanting to show you guys that I washed, of course, all of those spice containers. I'm gonna let them air dry, and then after we switch these 2 upper cabinets and what's in them, we can start to load up our spices. So I've been doing this for so many years. That little container I just showed you with all of those lids, that's just about all of the lids for our tumblers. I generally don't like to store them with the lids on them after I pull them out of the dishwasher, just in case there's any water on them and they're not 100% dry. I don't want to lock in that moisture, so I can just throw the lids in that container and pull it out as needed. Alright, let's get started with this spice organization. Guys, I think this is so cute. I always said I wouldn't do this, but I don't know, it's just to put some pep in my step, okay? Obviously, I like this kind of thing, and I finally have the chance to do it, so I'm excited. Like I said, this comes with 3 different style labels, and it also comes with a little filter, and this is something I recommend that you do over time, just because it is a little bit time-consuming, and I'm doing time when I say time-consuming, ha ha ha. What else was I going to tell you? I forgot. I don't know. I was going to tell you I did wash the funnel every time. So that is part of the reason it's extra time consuming. I just felt like that was important, so I'm not mixing all my spices together. And many of you know we started over with our spices when we moved, so I don't have too many right now. Honestly, this is going to motivate me to cook more at home. I really think so, and it's going to motivate me to, over time, as I keep buying more spices, to consolidate, put them in these, have it all nice looking, so I have plenty of extras that are washed, dried, and ready to go whenever I have a new recipe and a new spice to add. All right, guys, we are finished. Everything is looking so good. I'm so happy I did this. Let me show you how it all turned out. First and foremost, we did a little switcheroo on the water glasses and coffee cups. I really think it's like a 50-50 thing. It's not wrong either way, but like I said, everyone was opening this one for the coffee cups when family was here, so I just felt like I wanted to switch it and see how it goes. And now we're gonna do a little walkthrough of all of these top drawers. So first is like half a utility drawer, I guess we'll call it, and then half this organizer. I'm waiting for Chad to come home from the grocery store. He's going to get me the plastic, the aluminum foil, and then some quart-sized bags, but I have everything else. I cannot wait to like pack school lunches with this. I think it's gonna be so much easier, and put away the leftovers from dinner. And then over here, I have a bunch of different things in these organizers from the home edit collection from Walmart. So I have stamps and keys. I have some command strips, all the different kinds, the stickers, and then the holders, some tool things. I have the batteries back there. And then over here, it's kind of like a tech accessory, so extra phone cords and things like that. This, as you can tell, is our drawer for the Nespressos, and I love opening this every day, guys. It's just so fun. It's extra. It's not completely necessary, but it's really fun to have. And then this one, since that Since the plastic bag organizer wouldn't fit in these, this kind of turned into a little bit of what that drawer was. So I have a bunch of extra sunglasses in here, and just like, I'm gonna refer to this, I guess I'll say, as like a purse emptying, pocket emptying station, just kind of like all those random odds and ends. This one is a lot of our paper napkins, our toothpicks, a lighter, some matches, a little stainless steel kit, just sort of like a little random. And then this drawer and this drawer is what we reach for the most often while we're cooking. So of course the oven mitts, I have all of my silicone items in one drawer, and then over here I have the tongs and the wooden spoons. And let's finish up top before we do the bottom. So I didn't really change anything in here. This is all of our plates and bowls. It's worked out perfectly. I didn't feel the need to switch anything around in there. This one is our medicine, and people always tell me I shouldn't keep it over here. I promise you it does not get hot. I know it seems like it might, but this thing is super powerful. It never is hot over here. I have Forest on one shelf, ours on the other. That is something I've always recommended. If you have a little kid, have all of their stuff separate from yours, separate spaces, separate shelves. That way in the middle of the night, it's never confusing on if they can have something or not. And this one, with some time, is gonna be amazing as I fill these more and more and more. I love the pink lids and the white. I just think it's super cute. I'm still searching for a riser that's really narrow. I haven't found one. If I can't find one, I will put them in baskets so I can pull all the spices out at once. But I'm just happy we are going to get there sooner than later. And then up there is an egg cooker and just some like random extra things on the very top. I have a lot of cookbooks in here for Chad. I'm gonna leave this how it is. It's his space. He throws his books up there. And I mean, it's hard for me to reach in the first place, so I don't mind. And this, as you saw, is our lid storage. I love this for lids because honestly, I don't really use them that often. So it's very accessible, but at the same time, it's kind of out of the way. And this one I love because I think it shows you guys a couple different options for storage. So having the pans on their side or having the pans on a riser. I know that one's pretty dark, so let me brighten it up for you. That's kind of like the older items. I love my Caraway, as you guys know, so I have all of those down here. And the fact that if you get a set, it comes with the organizers is just amazing. Right here is all of our cutting boards. I am so glad I finally put all the cutting boards in one place. Just since they're heavy and awkward, it's really nice having them on their side. It's so much easier for you to pull them out like that. This is one of those random ones, just like awkwardly shaped things that are hard to store. I feel like almost all of us are gonna have a cabinet like that. Recycling and trash, as you know, and then my favorite cabinet. So I do want to get this one just a little more organized, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. I don't mind having the bottles hang from the middle there. I have the dishwasher pods. I love that this spins if there's not any bottles on it. I do need to put a little organizer right there for the straw sponges. My garbage bags I have right there. And I just feel like a ton of stuff fits in here. The heart sponges, the towels for cleaning, and then a caddy. I can put stuff in there and take that around as I clean. So a lot going on, but it's been working out really good. And this one is just a toaster and then some extra like random things of Chad's for pour over coffees, and then a countertop burner. And these two are our countertop appliances. So I just try to organize these in a way that makes sense and not so much for looks. The air fryer is what we reach for the most. And then I have a lot of smaller accessories for all of these up on this counter, or not on this counter, on this shelf, so I can see them a little bit easier. Smaller things like a hand mixer are up there as well. And then I have the blenders right here. I like having those and their accessories in the front. And then I have like the power things up there. I know it's hard to see, but I have our crock pot right there and then a mixer in the front. So now for the island, I have all these top drawers open for you. I did kind of flip-flop the organizers in here, but I kept what's in them for the most part the same. So this is stuff we don't reach for as often, like hand whisks, a grater, ice cream scoops, the measuring cup things. And then over here we have our knife organizer with a ton of different knives in it. The overflow is right here, scissors, a couple of random things. I left this one primarily up to Chad since the vast majority of this is his stuff really. So our silverware right here, straws right here. I might actually switch this in the front so Forrest can reach his spoons and forks because he likes to do that. Silverware drawers, at least for us, always have a lot going on, especially these days. There's so many like straw accessories these days and different cups we have with a bunch of different straws that come with them, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. And now for Forrest drawer, and let me just say guys, you don't need organizers for like absolutely everything, so don't feel like that. I don't have one for all of these cups as you can see. Smaller things in a Lazy Susan in a drawer, if you have one in your kitchen, is such a game changer. I will do that for forever. Some little snack cups and random things in the back there. I have his bowls and then those silicone molds in the back here, and then the plates we use on a daily basis right here. And if you have a kid in school and you have stickers for their name to put on things, I just kind of put them right down here. I don't need them that often, but if I do, I'm in a hurry. So the fact that I can just reach down there, but at the same time they're out of the way on a daily basis, is super helpful. And then this one is our Tupperware and our mixing bowls. I don't have a stand-up organizer or an organizer at all for this stuff, as you can see, but I don't really feel like I need one. And the last thing is this one. So in here I have our strainers and then our cutting boards and some extra like serving items, so fancy bowls, things I don't reach for that often are on this top shelf. It's really just for like hosting is when I reach for those, but down here I reach for these cutting boards every day, so they're right in the front. Random. And that is everything guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful but also realistic. Just remember, everything doesn't have to look perfect. If you enjoy that like I do, I totally get it, but if it's a system that works out for your family and is easy to maintain, that is all that matters. So thanks again for watching. I'll link everything I can down below. Recent videos and more are in that description box, and I will see you right here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye.